Welcome, this is Tom Rush Reviews. Today we've got the Böker Arbolito Pinewood or Pine Creek, designed by Jerry Larson, and this one's in wood. Okay, this is a one I purchased over a decade ago. This is bought out of the US, actually was manufactured in Argentina. I'll see if I can give you a look at that. Let's get some light on there. There you go, Argentina. So yeah, it's a fairly small blade. You're looking at 7.52 inches from the front to the back of it, and you're looking at a blade length on this one of 3.58 of an inch, and that's 91 millimeters for the metric people, and you're looking at the overall length in the metric being 191 millimeters. The blade thickness on this one is 0.15 or 0.15 of an inch, which is 3.81 millimeters. So yeah, an average sort of thickness on a stock for a little Skinner come hunting sort of style of knife. The weight on this one, you're looking at 4.48 ounces or 127 grams. So that gives you some idea there. As I say, the designer is Jerry Larson, and he does some beautiful traditional designs. Really classy designs. I think there's this son his son as well, but I think it's Jerry Larson Senior who has done this design here. So it's actually a really nice small fixed blade. I'll just zoom out a little bit there for you so you can get a bit better view. So it's the sheath that comes with it. It's a I'd say a pressed alligator style, where they've copied or had the turned some cheap leather into something that looks halfway. It could be good leather. I don't know. It doesn't feel it, but it could be. It does smell like leather. It's definitely leather. I can verify that. But yeah, it's a very nice pattern nonetheless, and it does its job admirably. So absolutely no complaints with it. It's just I don't think they don't mention anything about the sheath, other than the fact that it's leather. So if it was crocodile, they surely would state it. It'd be quite the selling point. But there you go. It seems to be fairly solid. If you look at this, that's it there, and squeezing that, it's quite a solid sort of sheath. So hang on, give you some idea, which is good. It's what you want. You want it to, it's all formed and shaped, and there you go. It's it going in, sort of snaps into place there, and then you've got the old brass snap up here, which does the job. Very beautifully done. The whole lot is Böker really do. The Böker Plus series anyway. I can certainly state for the Böker Plus, and I can state for the Böker Solingen in Germany, do a fantastic job on their knives. Now obviously this one's Argentina, so handmade apparently in Argentina. Okay, so take that for what it's worth. The pins here are mosaic, which is definitely a nice treat. Needs to be polished up, a bit of copper in there, but silver copper pins for the mosaics. The jimping on the blade there, you'll be able to see that's front and back, so where you've got your thumb there, okay. So it's a nice jimping. It's sort of in between aggressive and just normal. It's medium jimping, and it definitely gives you some grip without tearing your finger up. That's for the front, the index finger, for skinning and fine work, that sort of thing. So nice, well thought out, The blade steel on this is actually a 440B, or it's what they refer to as a T6 MOV. It's in the middle grade steel, approximately 54 to 56 HRC, which is pretty soft, really. It was originally made in France, this steel. So, yeah, look, it is soft. I mean, to sharpen this is joyous. I've never had fun sharpening a blade before, but this is actually fun because, it takes very little time to get this razor sharp, and I'll just give you a bit of a look there at it. It really is sharp. How well does it hold an edge? Well, about as not great, but it's all right. At least it stays really sharp until the point where it goes blunt, and it's blunt. So that's sort of the end of that. But it's also got the old hole down here for put your paracord through and whatnot, or a lanyard. So nice that they've included that there. Nothing special, just a hole drilled out through it, but nonetheless it's there and works as it should. I love the fact, what got me in when I was looking at this online was all those years ago, I love the distal taper and the fact that they've used red liner spaces for the between the those wood handles, which just sets it off, gives it a bit of character, a bit of interest, and really makes it look more like a custom job. So really appreciate that. The wood, I'll let you know what that is. It's called Gaiacan, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. If I'm not, if somebody correct me down below in the comments, that would be nice. Just let me know whether I've got a handle on that. So it's an ebony wood, in Latin. I think it means, like the wood of life, lignum vitae, wood of life. So yeah, it comes from South America, this wood, and it's mainly sourced in the Caribbean. But it's the densest traded wood in the world. So what's that mean? Well, it's hard. It's great for handle scales on a knife because it can get knocked around and it doesn't get too many marked. It doesn't get all marked up. So really, really, really pushing the envelope in terms of what knife makers might like to use, because it's a lot harder to work with it when it's this dense. And it really is a very, very dense, heavy wood. It won't float. This will sink straight to the bottom, this stuff. So really is a interesting little selection that Böker have chosen there, or maybe Jerry Larson himself chose that. I really don't know. But yeah, anyway, the other details on this one is it's, let's have a look, not a lot else, to be honest. Look, for me, this is one just to collector style of knife for me. As far as using it, it'll do all your kitchen tasks, it'll do all your camping type chores, chopping up food and a little bit of whittling and making tent pegs, and wouldn't do any battening with this one. But nonetheless, I'd use it for its intended purpose, which I think is more of a showpiece. And if you want to go a step with that steel, it's the rest of it, yeah. But the 440B or the TMOV or T6 MOV, it definitely has no problem taking an edge. And I'll show you that now. So, it really doesn't struggle. So yeah, so I'm getting carried away here. It does a really clean. You know, look at the cut there. There's no burrs or anything coming off that. It does a really nice job. Let's pick up the. There we go. So yeah, what a mess. It does a good job. So obviously, you know, it'll keep cutting for a fair bit before it bluntens, but when it does, you just got to sharpen it up, which takes about 10 strokes on a something like this, a Felniven DC4 stone. These ones have the very fine diamond sharpening on one side if it's really needs a fix up, and really it's just a case of it needs to be rubbed down, but very, very fine, you know, very fine ceramic stone will just, and then a strop on the leather, about 10 goes of this, and strop it up again, and it's ready to go. Super sharp. So yeah, great little knife. And you know, you got to remember back in the day we only had these sort of softer steels, you know, and they certainly give it strength. They don't break as easy, they don't chip as easy. They've got a lot going for them. And when you're skinning an animal and you've got you hit a bone or whatever, rather than chipping that steel, you might bend it a little bit. You can just quickly get it back into shape. So if anything, it could be a real plus for certain people who you know, are processing animals. So look, if anyone's got any comments on that, if you can also let me know in the comments and give me a bit of more of an education along with the rest of us, we'd all really appreciate that. And just a little bit more, the more knowledge we have, the better. So yeah, that's just got, oh yeah, it's got the steel type there on the blade, T6MOV stainless, and on the other side it's got the maker, which is Jerry Larson, that's his logo there, and place of manufacture is Argentina. So beautiful blade, distal taper, which I've always loved. Makes so much sense, keeps the weight where it should be, right in the middle there, which beautifully balanced. Jerry Larson, he is the man. And so a Böker, love it. Well done, guys. It's not just a showpiece, this is also one that you can definitely use. Anybody would like to comment on that, would appreciate it. I would probably like a steel that would hold up a little better than 440B or T6MOV, but somebody wants to let me down below, I'd really appreciate it. The other thing with this is this one's in the wood, and you can obviously get this in other styles that they've produced, which one, or the main one, is contender is the Stag. Beautifully done. Böker Plus, really got to give it to them. They really do a good job. Really appreciate their work. And I bought one of these for my father-in-law actually, and got him the one up from the larger size of this, and the Pine Creek. I forget the name of it now, but yeah, he loved it. Beautiful knife, uses it all the time, still going strong, and yeah, over a decade old, and yeah, nice stuff. So anyway, look, if you could please like this video if you liked it, and if you could subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this. By all means, leave a comment down in the comments, because that would really be appreciated. I really love getting your comments and answering any questions that you might have, and just keeping the conversation alive. Okay, so this is Tom Rush Reviews, signing off. Till next time, catch you then. Okay, thank you.